Hopefully get someone in on the chat.
Might be, just need somebody to listen
Might
in.
be alive now. Please let us know. Try it on the phone. Hello, hello, anyone? Let us know if you're there. Had a few issues trying our best to get this back up live.
Anybody let us know if you've got some new sound on?
Doing our absolute best to get this back up online, everyone. Oh,
Looks
we're
like
good.
we've got something. Rob Wilson. Looks like we've got some sound just in time for the second half of the game. And here it is, Oran, that infamous hey-ho Scunthorpe United, and it just goes to show the heritage, the history, everything that's behind Scunthorpe United, and wanting to get themselves back where they want to be, and surely they've got a mountain to climb for the second half.
Yeah, got a bit of a mountain to climb now, Pete. As the score is 3-1 to Scunthorpe in the first half, just about to start the second half now. It was 1-0 to Scunthorpe, then 1 each. Scunthorpe got 2 quick goals after that, making it 3-1. Chorley's had a lot of possession in the game so far. They're not out of this. Still a big half to go. I still think there's got a chance here for Chorley to get back into it.
Back underway is Scunthorpe captain Michael Clunan, lumps the ball long. And straight away, foul given against Cole Hall for handball.
Yeah, the crowd's been on Cole Hall's back. When he scored his goal to make it 1-1, he shushed the crowd. It was into the Scunthorpe end, and they've been on his back since then. Any sort of mistake he makes, they're shouting at him, but he's still playing very well, and he's still dangerous.
Surely, thought, to be fair, played pretty well in that opening 45, but obviously 3 clinical goals from Scunthorpe, and you know that golfing class was there for all to see, and does leave Andy Priest's side with a real mountain to climb for the second half.
Yeah, there's a big 45 minutes for Chorley here, but do feel like they can still do it.
Chorley looking to try and come forward in the early part of it, and with the Chorley supporters right behind them, kicking in towards that end.
Oh, he's got it. Get
George
a
probably
strike
has a go, and it's a deflected. No, it's with his weaker left. George has a go for goal, and it just looked for a minute like it might have come off a Scunthorpe player, but sadly not. And again, Oran 3-1 down, and the Chorley supporters in fine voice behind that goal.
Yeah, it's good turnout for the Chorley fans. They're in about 550 of our fans here today. They're shouting loud. They're getting behind the team. But they'll need them. They'll need that 12th man in this second half. So Chorley have had a lot of possession of the ball in this game. Just Scunthorpe just didn't need that little bit more clinical when they get into the box.
Yeah, it's that feeling again, though, of just can't say it's a 3-1 game in honesty. No. It's just been 3 really clinical chances from Scunthorpe that, you know, just that extra bit of quality, and every credit to 2 from Whitehall and 1 from Roberts. And they've been the 2, I suppose, main threats for Scunthorpe. As Horbury again trying to go through the middle this time, goes wide right to Senior. He finds Henley, and Chorley just content to take a bit of time, bit of patience. Ellis. Good touch again from Horbury. He's keen to get on the ball early doors in this second half. Linesman looked like he was second guessing there, Oran, as to whose throw it was, and he does eventually give it in favour of the hosts.
Linesman and the ref were looking at each other, looking for one of them to make a decision. As this Scunthorpe crowd get behind their team, it is loud here. We're struggling to hear each other. Never mind.
Yeah, just wait till you hear that tannoy. When that comes on, it's like a traction engine going off. As just taking the time. Scunthorpe clearly played a bit of foul play and delaying the players. Michael Kelly over on our near side's got the ball in hand, throws it down the line to Colton Ubazonu, Oran, formerly of Chorley, who was an enforced substitute in the first half, coming on for Cal Roberts, who was forced off injured. Also, Max Coogan for Scunthorpe, forced off injured. So 2 changes already made by Scunthorpe manager Andy Butland. Far from ideal, but how long will it be before Andy Priest goes to the bench for Chorley?
Yeah, just looking at who's warming up. We've got Billy Whitehouse warming up at the minute. But yeah, that first change, the centre half, number 4 coming off for Scunthorpe, I think that was more of a tactical change rather than an injury. This number 6, I'm not too sure what he's called, Pete. It is Andrew Boyce. He came on and he's a lot taller as a centre half. And I think that might have been a tactical change where Chorley were lumping the ball into the box and Cole Hall was having a bit of success.
Well, I'm not sure if it was enforced or not for Coogan, because I did notice he got a bit of a knock from Tom Carr in the back of the Achilles. Great touch there from Senior. Just tries to drive on forward again. Clark then. Chorley intent on pressing high. Tom Carr over on the right-hand side in the far corner. 1v1 with Michael Kelly. Senior now. 1-2 with Carr. It was the intention, but not quite pulled off. And luckily, though, from a Chorley point of view, they've got the ball back with Mike Calverley. End-to-end stuff here at the Attis Arena is that time. Tyler Denton, who's playing out on this left-hand side, has just gone for the spray across the field and not come off. And Blakeman's got it with a long throw down the line. He goes towards Cole Hall, headed away by. It was Kelly. Often back in again by Blakeman. 1 for Carr and Hall to chase after. Horbury chests it down, gets it towards the box, and the hands of Ross and Simon too. Far in the goal already. He's not really been tested all too much, but again, these playoff games, they're always fine margins.
Yeah, it seems that a lot of the play seems to be in front of the Scunthorpe back four. Chorley are working hard, trying to get that little slide rule pass down the outside and down the sort of between the centre half and the right back, or centre half and the left back, but just seems to be getting blocked off.
Just see there below us, over on a Scunthorpe fan trying to hide the ball, just to try to their supporters know that they're in the driving seat and they're looking to frustrate us in any way they possibly can. Down the line it goes towards Cole Hall. Mark Ellis, free header in this area, and again, it's Joe Rowley on a battle away in that midfield for Scunthorpe, and Starbuck plays it towards Ubazonu. Mark Ellis has got that one clear away, and now Chorley again, looking to drive on a little bit further forward. Calverley, good pass that one to find Blakeman in there. Quite a bit of space here down the left-hand side. Continues to drive on. He's got the 21, Joe Starbuck, nearest to him. Horbury takes a touch. He's got Beeston and Rowley coming towards him. Back out to the left to Scott Wilson, who's relatively high from his centre-half position. Blakeman goes again, finds Wilson. He's in behind here. Scott Wilson drives towards the edge of the box. Warren Clark was there, and somehow it doesn't fall to a Chorley man, and there's a chance. Only Whitehall goes down under a half challenge. Dean Watson, the referee, not interested, and he's given a free kick in Chorley's favour. And fair to say those around the Attis Arena not best pleased about that.
I don't know why they are. He was literally jumped on his back. It's clearly
There's
a foul.
There's a few handbags here, Oran.
Oh, don't get involved. Not too sure. There was a bit of...
Still going on here, Oran.
Yeah.
20, 30 seconds of push and shoving handbags.
He's bringing the yellow card out, the referee.
Let's have a look. Dean Watson, the man with the whistle. Who's he pulling over? I think he's pulling over Mark Ellis. Sure, I think he's put Mark Ellis. Yeah, he's put Mark Ellis.
Not too sure who he's booked from Scunthorpe. Good position here for Blakeman. Is it shoot distance, Pete? Sort of in between, isn't it? He's probably, well, I was thinking, just short of 40 yards out, I'd say. Oh, sorry, just short of, just over 30 yards out, sorry.
The set piece again, Ole in fine voice. But I do think, as I said against Russell Olympic, I think it is definitely shooting range, but you'll have to do very, very well to beat Ross Fitzsimons, a goalkeeper of his calibre, from that kind of range and that kind of angle. But if anyone can, Blakeman can.
Yeah, he's got that wonderful left foot, but as we know. Can we just work the Blakeman keeper and then follow
Ellis
up,
is there
maybe?
at the back post. Blakeman steps up to go for goal, goes for it, and dipping just a bit too much on it, and it goes over the top.
Yeah. Not close enough. 54 minutes in, Pete. haven't worked the keeper yet in the second half,
They
Chorley.
need to do. You can see the intents there from Chorley, the likes of Horbury just driving on from midfield, trying to offer that bit extra, but just need a little bit of spark or something. Whether it's maybe looking towards the bench, you've got the likes of Toure, Nolan, Whitehouse, Lalkovic, all their attacking options for the bench that could be there, but surely then trying to come through with Tom Carr as Matthew, and we'll see that one out for a goal kick.
You can see what the Chorley players are doing. They're trying to force it a little bit. They know that they have to do something to get back into this game. So sometimes they're taking that little bit of an extra touch or an extra run or trying to play that worldly pass. Just not coming off yet.
No, this is the thing now. Scunthorpe are in the driving seat. If it were a 2-1 game, it'd be a really dangerous league for them to have. But to have that 2-goal cushion is huge for them. And again, it takes something seriously big for Chorley to come back. But again, you just never know.
Don't forget Chester, Pete.
Yeah, the Chester game, of course. And again, these games, there's so much expectation riding on the shoulders of the Scunthorpe supporters. They know that in their heads that they need to do one better than what they did last season when they fell to defeat against Boston. To get to the final to face one of Kidderminster, Harriers or Chester. You should imagine, can't you? Chester well in with a shot against Kidderminster Harriers, but if the final is to be a Kidderminster Harriers versus Scunthorpe final, it just goes to show, doesn't it, that the two teams with the biggest budgets.
Oh, no. See how the
Scott Wilson, Danny Whitehall just being booked for dissent. And I think Scott Wilson is going to be booked. Yeah, Scott Wilson has been booked.
He just got the wrong side of Carlton there, and Carlton was smart and got down his inside. It wasn't a sort of clear goal scoring opportunity. Ello was there with him, but Willow did the right thing, or did have to pull him back. But the number 9 for Scunthorpe was protesting, shouting red card at the ref, and he got himself booked for that.
I think, to be fair to Dean Watson, the man in charge, he's done right there, because you don't see that often enough where the players are calling for the card and they're putting their hands out, they're asking, and quite often they goes unpunished. And I think, you know what, every credit, you should get a card for that. And Dean Watson, he stuck to the task. And
sure, you have to be good here, Pete.
Decision for Michael Kelly to make from the right-hand side, delivering in this free kick. Then it comes right-hand side, it's deep, it's above beyond everybody, and
very, very deep.
Fine for a goal kick via Stewart's foot.
Expect a bit more quality from that position.
Yeah, I think it was actually Michael Clunan who went and took the free kick from the right, and
57 minutes gone. Still 3-1 Scunthorpe.
Chorley just trying to come back into it, come forward a touch. Good pass that from George Horbury to find Cole Hall. Out on the left-hand side towards Warren Clark. He'll do well as it crosses in towards the box. It's behind for a corner. 57th minute.
Not been many corners for Chorley in this game so far. I think that's maybe only the second so far. They had one in the first half. Which they did have one in the first half actually, because Cole Hall scored from it.
Yeah, and the goal itself, obviously, we were having a few problems at the time of the goal going in, but it kind of just came from nowhere, didn't it? Scunthorpe just didn't deal with it, and Cole Hall was just Johnny on the spot at the back post to just touch it home. Blakeman, the outswinging delivery, and Scott Wilson's free. If he can get up, he just jumped under it. Touched too much on it for Scott Wilson. Still not clear, though, as Ubazoli trying to put pressure on Horbury. 3 Scunthorpe players to his name, and Whitehall just goes down, and Tom Carr trying to win the ball back from Danny Whitehall, but you could see exactly what Whitehall was doing there, Oran. He's just trying to play silly games.
Yeah.
Trying to use his experience at this level and higher to frustrate Chorley and Tom Carr. In some respects, it's poles apart. It's Tom Carr coming from 2 leagues below into the season. He's doing magnificently well, especially in the second part of the season, but Scunthorpe have got these players in them where they've had so much experience in the EFL from years previous.
Yeah, there's a lot of full-time guys here. Obviously, everyone's full-time, but there's guys
from Cole Hall. I'm going to argue there. It should have been a yellow card if the player continues. No advantage from Dean Watson. Tom Carr trying to run through, but Will Evans goes back to Fitzsimons. But again, I think that challenge there for me, or the question as to whether that's a yellow card. .58 minutes gone here. The Attis Arena, Chorley 3-1 down to Scunthorpe United. 2 for Danny Whitehall, 1 for Cal Roberts. between that. Cole Hall got one back to make it one apiece after 7 minutes. A frantic start, a game where I thought there was going to be very few goals, a cagey affair, and all of a sudden we've got 4 in 58 minutes before the hour mark, and hopefully, from a Chorley point of view, still more to come.
Well, he's given. Oh yeah. Fortunately, that long free kick by Irwin evades Ello, and it's out for a goal kick then.
Andy Butler sending out 4 players to go and warm up. Sam Fishburne, Max Brogan, Mo Federa, and Keane Scales. "59 minutes, I can just see Steve Cowell over.
It looks like Billy Whitehouse coming
Billy
up.
Whitehouse just stripping himself ready, and I think if I had to guess, it'll be the same as Tuesday. Warren Clark will come off at his expense. Just try and get eyes and ears on the 4th official, Lewis Dawson. Evans down the line, he goes towards Ubazonu. Just about beats Henley and Ellis instead. Looks it clear to the main stand here. Yeah, I think it is 23. I'm just trying to look in reverse order at the 4th official board. Beeston finds Rowley under pressure from Horbury, but evades that, and then Michael Kelly gives the ball away cheaply to Courtney Senior, and Horbury plays the ball towards Cole Hall. Looks like Will Evans had got it. That's a bad challenge from Clunan. Sorry, Kelly looked like he kicked out there at Cole Hall, maybe.
Decent position this, Pete, for see it be a
Blakeman flow right on the hour mark.
What does Billy offer rather than Warren, Pete?
Probably more balls into the box, more of a controlled delivery. Warren likes the drilled crosses, the flat crosses across the box, whereas Billy is off. He's probably a bit more whip, a bit more pizzazz. Although there might be a few chops and turns in between. They might just need that few more balls in the box. But what would a goal do here on it? You know, and then on the hour mark, if we get a goal now, it'll set up a thrilling end to the game. Flicked on the back post. Oh, so behind for a corner. Goal kick given. Andy Priest looks absolutely bemused as to how that's not being given. He's just having a word with Andy Butler. It looked like it did come off the back of a Scunthorpe player as Ellis dived towards it, but Priest less than impressed with that. So Fitzsimons goes long, but only finds Mark Ellis, and
he's won everything today, Mark Ellis in the air. Standard, that really.
He's no slouch. He's Whitehall. He's absolutely brilliant in the air, and Ellis has had his number so far.
George Horbury's put some mileage in today, running around.
Henley on the right, he goes against Denton and does well to win his side a throw.
George again, Horbury gets to the middle. Billy Whitehouse. Blakeman on the left, cuts inside, inverting a bit. Touch.
Senior still alive. Under pressure there is Denton. Just hooks it as long as he can, and Whitehall does really well. Sorry, no, Beeston it was.
Offside of
Obazonu is well offside.
He's about 5 foot offside and shouts at the linesman as if
we've got a pretty good view from it, probably a few yards back from where we're sat.
But Pete, you heard it, everyone in the crowd could tell it was offside.
Almost booing the fact that Ubazonu did keep himself on side.
So one thing Chorley have to be careful with, Pete, is obviously both centre halves are booked now.
Yeah, that's very true. I can't see Andy Priest changing a centre half unless it's for an injury.
3 in the back 4 because Henley's booked as well.
Long it goes from Irwin towards.
It's a bit too much on
He puts his thumb up, but it's into the hands of Fitzsimons, who just Look at that for a kick, by the way. Wow.
What a ball.
Just drops it, rolls it out of his hands, and it's straight into the feet of Denson, who's got Horbury for company. Kelly down this left-hand side. Inside, Rowley checks. Now Starbuck. Down the line he goes towards Beeston. Does really well, actually. Shimmies left and right. They're asking for a foul, Scunthorpe. Not giving, nothing in it for me, Oran. And Cole Hall, lone wolf from a Chorley point of view, trying to come forward and throwing given against him. And at the moment, Andy Priest, talked to me in the week about he didn't get a bit of the rub of the green. I don't think Chorley are getting much of that at the moment.
No, it's sort of those ones that, can go either way for a throw-in. Seems to be all going Scunthorpe's way at the minute. 64, 65 minutes gone now.
Yeah, it's the 65th. And these stoppages as well from the referee and talking about throw-ins. And he's just done it again.
He's just giving it to Chorley now.
He's giving it the other way.
He's switching around.
Joe Starbuck penalised for taking too many yards on a throw, being told by Dean Watson to take a step back. He didn't, and then Cole Hall just jinks it on towards Carr. Carr isolated, but does really well there to hold on to it. Whitehouse, his first real touch of the ball now on this left-hand side, cuts inside, crosses, it's pretty low, it's towards Senior, still alive inside the box.
No, not giving that.
Goes down, but Vane, good header from Ellis. Scunthorpe here on the charge. Aubrey trying to nip in, does really well actually to win that ball back, but Fitzsimons has got it. Left-footed this time. Again, Ellis, Whitehall, the two there. Hall trying to beat Evans, can't. Senior down the right-hand side, good first touch from him.
It's done well.
Benson's trying to usher up the ball and another corner, and the Chorley supporters encouraged by what they're seeing at the moment.
Chorley fans getting behind the team now. You can hear them nice and loud. Corner from where they're sitting. The AMS stand. All 500 of them. 5 coaches coming down today.
He's on points. Ellis is there, and Ellis goes for the acrobatic in the end and can't get a foot on it. It's a Scunthorpe ball to clear long, and Ubazonu versus Henley and Whitehouse. Ubazonu does well, turns on Whitehouse, still alive. Carlton Ubazonu. Inside he comes, goes for goal, and it's in. What a goal that was from Carlton Ubazonu. Credit where it's due, it has to be said. Against his former side, a brilliant solo effort, and I think that'll do it, Oran.
Seven minutes. Carlton. That was a great goal. Yeah, Carlton goes on the right-hand side. Billy and Henley are trying to stand him up, trying to make sure he doesn't get in on goal. It's a goal he scored for Chorley. I think I've seen it myself. Cuts on his left foot, and slots it right into the top left corner.
Said that's Carlton at his best. We know him as well as anybody from having watched him all of last season. There were so many opportunities he'd have like that where he'd flip his lines, and then you get the odd one like that, and it's just absolutely magnificent from the front man. I think we said, didn't we, it's 3-1, amounted to climb, 4. It would take something out of the history books for Chorley to get back to this and score 3 in 23 minutes plus stoppage time. Oran, we'll dig deep, we'll give it all that we've got, but
they'll keep trying.
Big a task as it can get.
Spracey do something like bring another striker on, but then is that going to help?
I just have a feeling like, the scoreline is what it is. It's 4-1, but just doesn't feel like a 4-1 game. It's just been, the goals from Scunthorpe have obviously been the difference, but the actual quality of the goals, I can't really fault Chorley.
No.
From the goal. The fourth, maybe he gave Carton a little bit too much space, but the way that he's just picked it up, left and right, inside, bends it right into the top corner. Irwin's got no chance, and
yeah, Irwin's had no chance.
Every credit to them.
They'll keep going with Chorley. Ooh, that's a bad tackle, that. It's a definite yellow card. He's got to call it back here. Senior trying to play a quick one down the wing to Billy Whitehouse there from that free kick, but as the referee was giving him a yellow card, he wasn't allowed the quick one.
'Blakeman over the free kick left-hand side. Swings it in towards the back post. Mark Ellis is there. It's behind for a corner.
Although it's 4-1, Pete, and then I'm probably wishful thinking here. There is 20 minutes left. That's a long time in football.
20 minutes plus stoppage to go.
Yeah. Surely do need a bit of luck here, Pete.
And then some.
And some, yeah.
In swinger this time from Blakeman again. It's deep. Ellis is up all the way there, and Whitehouse and Carr will try and get the second ball, but Ubazonu again this time, trying to chase down a lost cause. Actually ends up with the feet of Whitehouse. Finds Carr. Goes down. Again, no Scunthorpe. Just getting that rub of the green at the moment. Carr finds Blakeman. To pick the ball out, Wilson. Surely trying to be patient here to build something. Whitehouse again.
Still got it.
Plug away and wins another corner.
You can see what Billy's trying to do. He's trying to do his normal jink, get down the outside and then get a cross in. She's playing more on the left-hand side where generally you play on the right there. Blakeman with the outswinger here. Laps are moving in the box. Ball comes in.
Mark Ellis is up.
It's cleared
away. And Cole Hall's there, just trying to shimmy it. Finds Blakeman again, digs out the cross again. Another corner.
Nice period of continued pressure by Chorley here. They've only got Carlton not in the box. Straight in the keeper's hands.
Of Fitzsimons that time, and Andy Butler's preparing another change in Key and Scales. Senior goes for it, but again, battling away by Beeston.
That was right. That was their ball. Oh. Oh. Yeah.
Ubazonu trying to battle away with Henley and Senior. This time Ellis just goes for it down the line towards Hall, who holds it nicely.
Sad.
And Irwin will come and take this goal kick. It goes long again towards Hall, beaten away by Evans. Wilson heads it up towards Hall again, who's probably been Chorley's best player for me today. Oran, I think, the real task on his hands at the back and, up front against the back line of Scunthorpe, and he's certainly been up to it.
Yeah, he's been a menace up there, holding it up, trying to balloon players in as well. Obviously getting himself a goal as well.
Aubrey, another one who's really tried to make things happen for Chorley. Whitehouse crosses from the left. It's
half cleared.
Cleared pretty easily. Is Aubrey, a bit of space allowed to him, and he's going to go for goal. Curling, but wide.
No, you can see what he was doing there, Pete, trying to curl one into that bottom corner, but about 4 or 5 yards to the right post there by George Aubrey. Still 4-1 here.
Fitzsimons goes long, and I think Steve Cowell, the kitman's getting another substitution card ready. I think it'd be Mamadou Toure, sorry. Likely for Tom Carr, you'd have to imagine, or Cole Hall.
Or does he stick with 3 up top, Pete?
It's a nice play, this from Kelly, then Beeston, then Scales, who's just come on, does really nicely. Wilson, an important foot in, and then before Blakeman clears. Still a go on. Here's Scunthorpe. Blakeman under pressure from Starbuck and wins the free kick. Now we'll get the change.
No, it's changed on it.
Yes. Oh no, changed his mind.
No, it's Courtney Senior.
It is.
It's a mistake by. Yeah.
Tom.
So
76 minutes, yeah, 76 minutes, and these Scunthorpe fans, has to be said, Oran, they've been non-stop this afternoon, haven't they?
Oh boy. Just not getting on the end. There's a few things. Harvey Smith is warming up as well. Could that be a switch to the 3 at the back potentially?
Maybe,
or maybe
but again,
Mark Ellis
it's just one of those, isn't it? You've just got to think to yourself, with 15 minutes to go, what can Chorley possibly do? You know, do they go for broke and risk going at 5 and 6s, or is it just a case of consolidating and just trying to get something, trying to get another goal, just to, I suppose, not relight the fire, but
I suppose one thing I would say, obviously, the result doesn't matter how much you lose by 1 goal or 4 goals.
You'd rather go for it and try and get something. Good ball that from Henley towards Cole Hall, but again, Will Evans as well. Yeah, you don't want to go out on a 1-0, or you'd rather lose 2 or 3-0 than lose 1-0 in certain ways. Obviously, with 3 goals behind at the moment, so we want to see a little bit here from Chorley just to try and put a little bit of doubt in the minds of those Scunthorpe United players. Ellis has got to go back to Irwin. Reset for Chorley. He hits it long, and Whitehall was there trying to get in the way. Toure comes off of his chest. Aubrey then fouled by Clunan. Calverley takes the free kick quickly, finds Hall.
Second goal for Cole Hall as he stabs it in after Billy Whitehouse's cross is sort of half blocked.
Yeah, it was a shot from Billy, wasn't it? And then it just comes in from Cole, and you like that from him. Johnny on the spot, back post.
There is time here, everyone. There is time in this game.
You just don't know. Those Scunthorpe are going to have to try and manage the game properly. Cole Hall finds Aubrey, who looked like he'd been fouled. Henley then tries to cross the ball into the box. It's cleared. Only as far as Calverley, who's inside that mid-channel. Blakeman's got it. Crosses, finds Toure, pocket space for him. He goes down right on the edge of the box, and it's a free kick. Andy Butler furious about that, Oran.
Pete, you can hear the nerves, you can feel the nervousness in this ground. There is in this ground. There is something changing in this ground. You can feel it.
And I hope, I hope more than anything else that the Chorley supporters have stayed. I hope that nobody did head for the exit of 4-1.
No,
because
absolutely not.
the least that these players deserve after this season is the applause, the shine of appreciation for the efforts that they put in. But more than anything else, look at this now.
This free kick is exactly in the same spot
There's
where
the one at
Adam
Leamington.
Blakeman, at the Leamington one, but also Adam Blakeman in the playoff final against Halifax.
Yeah. No, I think that was a bit further back. Bit further back.
But Pete, this is his range. Mo Toure standing in front of the keeper, scaring the
five in
keeper.
the wall for Scunthorpe, and you just never know. Blakeman over it. Wilson's to his right. Henley's there as well. Blakeman's going to go for goal. It goes low. It's into the feet of Ellis. It was stabbed away by the wall. Henley slips his foot in. And look, you can hear the relief. There you go, as you say, Oran, the relief from Scunthorpe in that they've gotten away with one there.
Still the pressure's on there. We can feel it.
Still alive here, Cole Hall. Clunan hooks it away only as far as Horbury and Carr, and Chorley again trying to push, and this time Carr's penalised.
You think if you're Scunthorpe, Pete, here, you slow play, don't you? You slow this to exactly what the centre half's doing now. He's keeping himself on the ground.
That's what they're going to do, of course, and you can't blame him for that in any way possible. It looks like they're going to bring on Mo Federa.
6,365 here today. 514 away. Yeah, 514 Chorley fans today.
Yeah.
Good turnout by the boys.
514.
Substitute for Scunthorpe now.
Come for Scunthorpe. Mo Federa coming on in place of Danny Whitehall.
Mo Federa.
Whitehall just trying to delay the play. He has been booked, if I remember rightly. The referee, Dean Watson, telling him to go up by the goalkeeper's side rather than coming all the way off. Federa wants to watch in these final 10 minutes. Probably thinking Danny Whitehall just having a play around with Matt Irwin's water bottle. Might have even stolen it. Calverley, though, goes long, and Cole Hall's going to race on as he's not going to get there. I think he did steal Matt Irwin's bottle, to be fair, because he's just thrown it over in the corner. Considering his team of 4-2 up, he doesn't look best pleased. Long that goes again from Irwin towards Toure and Hall. Henley's in a foot race with Federa.
Blakeham's long throw here.
Yeah, and this is again the corridor of uncertainty. 4-2, if you can get it to 4-3 in the next couple of minutes, you just don't know. You just don't know. And I spoke in the week about the idea of wanting Scunthorpe fans to crumble, the Scunthorpe players to crumble under the pressure. It's the box it goes. Mark Ellis has got it. Goes for goal, and bit of a hook with his left foot in the end, and it goes over the top. And this is where, again, Scunthorpe will just manage their time as much as they possibly can. You've even got Toure running after the ball to try and pick up the pace. They'll do any
sort of delaying tactics you can do now. (4-2), 84 minutes gone. 6 minutes left. A decent amount of extra time as well, Pete. Maybe 4 or 5.
I think if not more. I think we'll get more. I think we could get 5 or 6. We could even get more than that. We've just got to see. Seems like a game where obviously there had a couple of moments of handbags in the second half. There were 5 minutes added on in the first, although 2 were for injuries. Good play that from Wilson, and now Billy Whitehouse down the left-hand side, Ubazonu nearest to him. Goes back to Wilson, he'll just play it nicely towards Hall. Dinked on towards Torre. There's a few shouts for potential elbow there against Torre, but referee Dean Watson not interested.
That was more of his bum than his elbow, Pete, as we know.
Just trying to use his body more and caused a few problems for Will Evans since he's come on. Down the line from Blakeman, past halfway this time. Headed. Blakeman this time decides to hook it longer towards Carr, who's pushed in the back by Kelly. He's in a foot race. He's being pulled again there, Tom Carr, but Andy Priest got to be careful. This is where Scunthorpe are dangerous. On the break, Federa. Got to be careful, Henners, because he's already been booked. Federa down the line he goes. He's not kept the ball in though, and maybe a bit of his inexperience showing there, Oran, and now Federa not necessarily should have gone for the corner, but maybe checked back on himself because he's giving the ball back to Chorley, and that's the last thing that Scunthorpe will have wanted. Carr. Randy Butler there, just using his experience and being a former player himself, just decides to drop the ball and roll it behind himself. Precious seconds for the hosts. Carvely, good foot in from him. Torre. He's got it nicely. Tries to dig one out towards Whitehouse, who had all the space, but it was a tough ask for Torre. Ellis and Evans playing a bit of head tennis here as Ubazonu goes up for it against Horbury. Rowley gets his clearance all wrong, and again, the ball's in the air, and Calverley, good challenge from him on Federa. Whitehouse comes better off. Down the left he goes. I think he thought Blakeman was a bit higher. Sprays it wide again. Great ball that from Blakeman. What a first touch from Cole Hall. Down the right towards Carr. Henley's overlapping. He's got it. Crosses the box. Across the box. Torre's there. Still going. Torre Henley. Blocked away. It's so close. He's so close to a third goal for Chorley.
That was so close. Hey, that was so close.
Oh, heart in the mouth moment there.
Henley just looked like he was about to smash it, but the defender just gets in front of him. Two shots there. One from Torre and then by Henley. Pressure on here. Big long throw coming in from Blakeman into the box. Oh, it's a short one. Horbury's there.
Horbury on the edge. He's still there. The ball probably a bit too much on it. Blakeman's got a bit fortunate there. It's a bit like rub of the green. He's gone down in a bit of pain, and good header from Henley. Got to be careful though, Scunthorpe. Good challenge from Horbury that time, and Chorley again. Coming again.
Keepers.
Oh, and Rotsford Simons. He's got it, and he digs out, and his head's down.
He's battled for everything, George Horbury. He's covered more ground than anyone on this pitch, I'd say, today when you look at the stats.
Yeah, I obviously spoke about Cole Hall being as good as he's been, and I stick by that, but George Horbury definitely a close second. I feel like he's been everywhere. He's been really good, and I must say, if I think back to when we played it last season, I think George played for Chorley, and at that time I looked at George and I thought, you know what, I'm not sure he's quite ready.
I wasn't sure myself.
You look at him now and you just think, you know what, he's been absolutely brilliant. And if he swapped his shirt for a Scunthorpe one, he wouldn't look out of place.
No, that's all.
Another change in the offing for Andy Butler very shortly. Max Brogan are going to come on. He spent a lot of time out at Telford United on loan this season, being out of favour, but as often is, these players such as Brogan and Fishburn, they come back from the loan spells and they can offer an alternative on the bench. Fitzsimons again, now just taking as much time as he possibly can, runs across his box. This time goes out of his hands once more. Searches for Federa. Horbury working hard. He's pushed in the back by Scales. Whitehouse got to be careful with his feet. Beasting under a bit of pressure. Starbuck down this right-hand side for Scunthorpe. Checks inside as well. Takes a touch. Ubazonu still alive. Starbuck goes for goal. Federa, second goal. Straight at Irwin. The time is of the essence now, Oran. Minute and a half left of the 90. You've got to think if Chorley have got a chance here, they've got to score the next one. Calverley, Torre. Gives it away, and again, Scunthorpe looking to counter Federa. Tom Carr just trying to battle away to get back. He's running as fast as he can. He's not stopped all game, Carr. Federa's though end product is poor, and Ellis can come away with it. Under no real pressure, Mark Ellis at the moment. Now Federa's trying to come back. And Ellis's ball's lacking a little bit. Milan Lalkovic is going to come on for the final few minutes for Chorley.
I'm sure.
Here. A lot of pulling and shoving and some away. Feasting comes away with it and set up for a corner, and there's Joe Nolan as well going to come on. I think it might be Joe rather than Milan Lalkovic. Oh no, it's both of them, I think. It is both of them. So Alfie Beeston off, Max Brogan on. Just wait for confirmation. Surely changes aren't going to take place just yet. Maybe after the corner. 5 added minutes.
Why wouldn't you play it short, Pete? Why wouldn't you play it short there in this corner? It's holding up.
5 added minutes is what we're going to get, Oran. Last chance saloon it is, most certainly. As Lalkovic and Nolan wait to come on. Surely come away from that Scunthorpe corner though. Wilson battles away, beaten to it by Brogan. Good challenge from Horbury, done well to win his side a throw, and still Andy Priest waits to make his change as Cole Hall finds Wilson, goes forward again down the line towards Carr, and it will be a Chorley throw.
3 subs. Lecky's coming on as well.
So Blakeman is sacrificed. Carr, Blakes, and I can't see who the third one is. Not too sure on the third one. Still waiting.
Replacing number 16, Alan Flick now. There's number 6, Jared Owen.
And then who's Lackey going off for?
Still waiting. There's precious time lost here at the moment by this sub. Or subs, should I say. Lewis Dawson, the 4th official, having some trouble maybe navigating his board.
And replacing number 4, Scott Wilson.
Scott Wilson, the other one.
Jack Leckie. Substitutions are sponsored by Jackson Stapleton Accountants. Also, Scunthorpe United wants to remind supporters that it is an offence to enter the game and play. Please don't use fines.
Ellis will take this long throw then. 2 minutes of the 90 gone. Probably going to add another one in. Short throw from Ellis played to Lalkovic. Ellis is going to cross it in. All the way over though, and it'll be behind for a goal kick for Fitzsimons. And maybe, just maybe, Oran, is that where Chorley have lacked a little bit today?
Yeah, that's that sort of crucial pass into the box, or that clinical final pass just been lacking a bit today. You can see what they've been trying when they've got possession in the game. They're trying to play that through ball through to down the outside of the defenders, but it's just not been clinical enough today for them, unfortunately. 4-2, 93rd minute. Probably 3 more minutes left. Need a goal very, very soon if there's going to be any chance here. Any chance at all.
Yeah, Fitzsimons not really had as much to do maybe as he'd have liked. A lot of the defending's come from his defenders, and as it should. They've a lot of blocks that have come in, and Chorley and Patches just haven't had that rub of the green.
Quarter to Scunthorpe. Just isn't enough time, Pete, is there?
Just no, I think that's more likely. That'll be that. Hopefully the Scunthorpe supporters behave and don't decide to run on the pitch like they shouldn't. And all the players and the referees and officials can exit the end to field of play safely.
Goal kick to Chorley here.
You just think, could that be it, Oran?
No.
30 seconds over, and with the throw and the couple of changes, the subs. Looking over at referee Dean Watson, doesn't look to his watch just yet. Maybe one last chance for Chorley to get something, but the ball's hit long. And then Scunthorpe now at the other end, Ubazonu. Good challenge from Whitehouse. Again, long it goes towards Horbury and Kelly.
You just keep the ball now, Scunthorpe.
Yeah, that'll be that.
Just keep my eyes on the ref now, Pete.
Yep.
Looks like this is going to be it, Pete, now.
Yeah,
Not
I'd be
enough
surprised if that's not that. The ball just coming into the stands, and it's a matter of time now. 6 minutes played. We're well over what we should be. I'll keep our eyes and ears on.
I think he'll play 1 minute more, Pete, just, but it's still not going to be enough time, is it?
Just see a Scunthorpe supporter just walk past us saying that the referee's clear. I don't think he's had a particularly bad game, but it's not really been a game of massive decisions. And that, although that one, he's given it against us. I'm not sure what for.
For me, that's an obstruction. He's basically sat down on the ball. He's actually got the ball between his knees, holding it. That'll be it now, Pete.
Can't
86 minutes,
Can't
40
see it being
seconds gone.
anything else.
So the Scunthorpe United, the first team in the final.
Yep, and they'll take on one of Kidderminster Harriers or Chester. Again, we look over to referee Dean Watson, and it's just almost
That's it now.
delaying the inevitable. And there we go. Full-time whistle blows, and unfortunately we do have an idiot who decides to run on the pitch and try and get Matt Irwin. Well, the steward's not doing a very good job of chasing him. Not doing a very good job at all. Clearly he doesn't care about his stadium ban.
Well, Pete, it ends 4-2. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, look, I think in fairness, we've been beaten by the better side today.
Yeah.
The way that Scunthorpe have performed, the way they've been so clinical, all 4 of the goals, you have to raise your hat off to them and just say, look, well done. They've come out on the day, they've edged it, they've come out victorious, and the way that they support us as well, a credit to them. 6,365 here at the Attis Arena this afternoon, and they can go away thinking, look, the job's not done yet, but they've gone well better than they did do last season against Boston United, and part of me hopes that they do it.
Yeah, I agree with Pete. It was at the end of the day, it was more about clinical finishing. I think Chorley, probably look at it, probably did have a bit more possession within the game, but they didn't create enough. And that's the difference between these levels of players. You know, when they had, on the shots on target for Scunthorpe, I think they probably had about 6 shots on target, and 4 of those were in the back of the net.
Well, how many times have we talked this season about full-time, not full-time? Little old Chorley in there, the only part-time team in the playoffs. And maybe, just maybe today, you saw a little bit more of that. Scunthorpe, they've got a full-time outfit where the players that have played at much, much higher levels. And Andy Butler now, actually, doing a bit like what Andy Preece did on Tuesday night against Kingsley, and just pulling all of his players into the middle just to consolidate and just to go for it, and probably just say, look at this. This is what we've earned today, but the job's not done.
Yeah, and also similarly, Andy Priest is right in front of the home fans, applaud them all, the whole squad's there, all the coaches, all the players, all the subs applauding it, and the Chorley fans are there, still celebrating, still cheering the
and look
boys.
at that.
They know it's a
nice
performance
to
was put
see
on,
that.
but just unfortunately not enough on the day.
Not enough on the day, but you know, almost as we said last season when we fell to a defeat at Brackley, we'll come back stronger.
Yep.
It's going to be a tougher league than ever next season. We know that. We're going to have AFC Fylde in there. We're going to have Macclesfield in there, and this league's only going to get harder to get out of. But again, we continue to overachieve, outdo ourselves, and we'll be back again.
Pete, you're absolutely right. But just remember, we're not going up, but we're going to have AFC Fylde on Boxing Day.
Well, we haven't got that confirmed, but we'll have to wait and see. But just want to say from me and from Oran, a massive thank you to everybody for listening in. The Magpies on air has been a real revelation from us as the club and from the supporters as well, to be able to offer you that commentary. Sorry that we had so many problems in the first half today here at Scunthorpe, but listen, we'll be back next season and hopefully you'll join us again for another bumper ride. But for now, this is our journey. This is where it comes to an end for this season, and we'll be back next season. Up the